Man, this was the worst episode of... It's like, no, bro, I'm playing, man. I'm not gonna lie. Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw wasn't that bad. Now, my expectations are about as low as a crackhead credit score, but still, I'm gonna give Triple H props when he does an okay job. And I heard you like Reese's Pieces, Triple H, so that's what I got for you. I got you a little Reese's Pieces 20 boy for your good job today. Now, Triple H, you got to keep it up. I don't want you to go back to after Backlash booking in the mediocrity. We're going to get into the show real quick. Now, what I liked about this Raw tonight was just the flow of the show. It was a lot of surprises, and it kept you on your feet throughout most of the show. Paul Heyman starting to show off with Jey Uso, and they having a back and forth. Paul Heyman looking like an absolute madman. He books the match for Seth Rollins to go in the main event versus Jey Uso. I think that was perfect to set the show off. Then after that, we haven't seen JD in a while, so it was good to see him versus Penta in the ring. You know that was going to be a banger match. So that was a good match to set off the night. The night really set off really well. Then you got Austin Theory versus Sheamus. Sheamus coming back. We all like to see Sheamus in the ring. That's good. It's really unfortunate they keep week after week burying a talent like Austin Theory. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller been doing this thing in the storyline where they haven't been on the same page for too long. They're dragging it out for what? What are you waiting for? WrestleMania already passed. Let's have them either beef, split up, or maybe they be a part of the list of released superstars. Both of them completely getting buried every single week. What's the use of having them on a roster? Austin Theory went from the top of the top, beating John Cena at WrestleMania, having a moment with Stone Cold, having moments to The Rock. To lose, can't even get a fucking win on WWE Speed. It's unfortunate. Pat McAfee has to be one of the best people cutting promos out of the whole roster, male and female. I got him top 5, maybe top 10. He's not a wrestler, unfortunately, so that doesn't do much for Gunther. Now, this is the way you book this on Backlash. Listen up, Triple H. You better have Gunther completely destroy Pat McAfee to the point he has to take weeks off. I think Pat McAfee might be getting written off TV for a few weeks because, man, what else? You cannot book Gunther 50-50 with Pat McAfee. Do you know how horrible Gunther's career, his trajectory will go down the pits of hell? Right now, it's just down in the ground 6 feet. You killed his career. But if he goes 50-50 with Pat McAfee, now he's on to the pits of hell now. We can't do that to Gunther. Let's have Gunther destroy Pat McAfee at Backlash, and maybe he could build from there. Gunther says he's coming in focused. He's treating Pat McAfee as a serious opponent. It is no reason why Pat McAfee should even get a fucking single punch in this match. Now the main event, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso. I say something about Seth Rollins. A lot of people don't say this. Seth Rollins will get in a ring with somebody like me. You see me, man. I got a lot of work to do in the gym, but I get in the ring with Seth Rollins, he'll make me look like a top of the roster WWE superstar. Once in a lifetime talent, once in a lifetime generational talent. Him and Jey Uso did a very great job. I feel like Seth Rollins really carried that match. Not to say Jey Uso is trash, but Seth Rollins just knows how to carry talent through the match. I like how this story was played out. I like the near falls. I like CM Punk coming out at the end, surprising everybody. And man, I don't know what storyline's going to get built from there. They're saying it's either going to be a tag team situation or maybe a fatal 4. I forgot. But however they book it, they can always change it. Tonight, they did a good job. We did not expect to see CM Punk, so that was a pleasant surprise, and I ain't gonna lie. If CM Punk never came out, I still would have said this Raw was pretty solid. So CM Punk coming out, it was like, all right, I get a show a 7 out of 10, honestly. Now, even though Raw was a solid show, it was a solid show tonight, it's still a lot of things that need to be fixed. And I think the top of that list right now is Cody Rhodes. Why are we burying Cody Rhodes? If anyone thinks that Cody Rhodes losing to John Cena in the worst WrestleMania match in history, the worst main event in history, none other than Travis Scott interferes and be the catalyst for him losing the undisputed title, if nobody thinks that being the reason Cody Rhodes has disappeared for 3 weeks, that's not burying Cody Rhodes completely. You need to reevaluate what you're thinking. It's time for Cody Rhodes to come back. I honestly believe they have nothing for Cody Rhodes, which is completely crazy. And if you think about it, it's been a rumor backstage for a minute. They never had nothing for Cody Rhodes. Even after he finished the story, it seemed like he was doing random stuff. I'll fight Kevin Owens. I'll fight Solo. He was going to mediocre. That's why that title reign was so mid. It just felt like they had nothing for him all year. Then when The Rock pulled out, that was the worst thing that could happen to Cody Rhodes. Cody needs to come back. He needs to start his redemption tour. If he doesn't show up at Backlash, man, you left for a fucking month, no excuses. When he comes back, man, I just hope they have something really solid booked for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is too talented, man. He had a mid-championship run, that's true. But this dude is one of the best talents we got on the roster. How do you have nothing for him? I have no idea. I hope they figure it out soon. A wise man once said there's a little bit of truth in every joke. So when I heard Paul Heyman make the joke about Braun Strowman saying he sucks, that's why he's not on WrestleMania, man.
You think Braun Strowman, literally Braun Strowman goes up there crying that he's not on WrestleMania, and I tell him straight to his face, he's not on WrestleMania because he sucks. And did he get mad at me? Nope, he's rolling with the punches.
It really hits home when after a few weeks after that, he's on the release list, kicked out of WWE. They were saying they were paying Braun Strowman too much money. WWE, you're not having a money problem. I think they should have kept Braun Strowman. There's nobody on that roster like Braun Strowman, just a freak of nature, man. He helped put 2 stars over, and he's on the release list, man. It's sad. Paul Heyman, instead of going on WrestleMania roast, making some jokes about why your talent isn't on WrestleMania, I hope you're pulling certain strings backstage to try to help these talent out. Instead of saying somebody sucks, trying to embarrass them in front of a crowd, I hope you're backstage doing more than getting a suntan. Now, it was some news that got released that I never knew, that Ric Flair was actually battling skin cancer. He used to have them scabs on his head, and people was asking about it. And Conrad, he went on X and he cleared everything up. He got skin cancer removed, and I'm really happy to hear that, man. Ric Flair, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the legends of wrestling, man. My whole life, I've been watching Ric Flair do his thing in the ring. I've been watching him in WCW, WWF, when he went to WWE, when he was at Evolution, when he fought fucking The Undertaker at like WrestleMania, what was that, 18? WrestleMania 18, he fought The Undertaker, man. And Ric Flair's on a lot of people Mount Rushmore, man. So when I hear that he got the skin cancer removed and his health is getting back on track, I think that was some good news, man. You know, I like to always give a little bit of positivity in these videos. Let me know what y'all think about this. Is my expectations way too low? Did Raw actually suck tonight and I'm just bugging, man? Let me know. Honestly, I enjoyed Raw. I gotta keep it real, man. Let me know what y'all think, though, in the comments. You know, I'm gonna get back at y'all. We still have a long week. Triple H, you got one good night. We still got Friday Night SmackDown, John Cena coming up. We still got Backlash, and, you know, we still have a long week of WWE. So let's see how the creative does this week, and I'm gonna holler at y'all in the comments, man. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.